So I was on Pinterest the other night and I saw this amazing, spectacular, voluptuous, scrumptious cafe, and I am going to build it. I just love the aesthetic. Like, something about the aesthetic.
Beautiful.
Honestly, I feel like over time my aesthetic kind of changed from like a blush aesthetic to like more of a industrial, rustic theme. I tend to like kind of like those more than just like regular modern, or like a mix of just modern and an industrial. I don't know, I just really started getting more of a liking to just industrial themed. I need to see if like how far this goes out, because if this goes out far, that's how like far I want the roof to go out.
We're going to Disneyland!
Because I'm gonna use a flat roof first and then layer it with like a slanted roof, and then we grab the slanted roof and rotate this. Okay, here we have the shell of our cafe. We're definitely gonna need to add some pillars, probably some crown molding. The top here, I can't put it. I'm gonna have to make pretty much my own crown molding. Why is this shorter then? I usually like take like a structural plank and then just kind of go along the edge here, and then take like a slightly bigger structural beam, and then you kind of just like layer it. In this scenario, you can kind of layer it and choose the sizing as big as you want. So that's kind of what's good about this. Now I'm gonna take these roof supporters and kind of just try spacing them out as evenly as possible. That looks pretty even. Now for like the landscaping, it seems like it's on like a leveled like slab, and then we'll like raise this up a little bit, ever so slightly. And then for the material, maybe like a symmetrical brick. And for the building, we'll probably do like a smooth rock. We're gonna take these industrial windows and resize them. We're gonna get some fancy paneling. Ooh, what if we use these? Yeah, we're using these. And then boom, look at this. Some like structural beams at the top here, and then we can do like the frame of like where the actual sign would be. And they also have like some large like flower pot in the corners of the cafe, and it looks like it's made out of like concrete. Oh, this is looking fetch.
That is so fetch.
Gretchen. And then we can get some classic outdoor lamp. Maybe we can change the lighting, because like this is not eating. Now for like the outside dining, I want to make my own like tables. And then for the chairs, I want something that gives uncomfortable. And then we can add like a candle, and I'm just gonna copy this. Now for the plants in the pots, I'm just going to place a transparent basic cube. This is looking so good. What? Get out of my way. The exterior is pretty much done. I just have to do the decals. Now let's start on the interior. So obviously the interior is gonna be one story, but I have a vision for this. Okay, so I want the cafe to be in this corner and the bathrooms in this corner. And then for the seating, I want them to be, it's like over here on this side and on this side, but I want them to be level. You can make the bathroom just like 2 by 2 blocks. And then the counters over here, yeah, I'm gonna have to custom make these. And I'm gonna take these like structural beams and go down. I'm gonna place a smooth cube down so I can resize this. Wait, what if I make the bar lifted? We're doing that. Hold on. Then we can grab the counters. I want this to be like a cafe. What am I, dumb? A cafe bar. Oh my. I want this to be a cafe bar. Ooh, this is a good material. Look at that. Look at that polish. Now for the backsplash, like yeah, this is the brick I want. Maybe on this side, the painted brick. Let's just start with the kitchen first, because that's stressing me out. Okay, so obviously going to literally need counters, because it's literally a cafe and you actually need legit counters. And we're definitely gonna need some shelving. We can make the bottom one here shorter than the one on top. Oh, actually we definitely do need a microwave. Definitely gonna need some of these. So we can put one right here, so this can be like the display case. And then of course we're gonna need a register. I have an idea. I don't know if this is gonna work though. I want this fridge to be inside of a counter. We're onto something. Wait a minute. Let me cook. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm smart. I cooked. I literally cooked. Look at this. Of course there's gonna be a space, like I mean stupid, but you know how we can fix that? Basic shapes. And we can make this like an actual cabinet. That's actually insane to me. I can't believe that actually worked. And we're gonna need like a fancy microwave, and then we can grab some of these like pendants. Okay, now we need to add some like paintings for like the menus. We'll place like 2 of these. Okay, we're definitely gonna need like a little tea kettle, obviously a toaster. We need a blender for like an espresso machine. Place some of the oil bottles and pretend like they're like different flavors. So some like different cups. Maybe we can pretend like this is like also like the different syrups with some like seasonings, and we can use this bowl to like make your own matcha or something. We'll have like a little cup dispenser for like cups on the go. Oh, we definitely gonna need some jars. Lots and lots of jars. Oh my gosh, wait, one last thing. I need to place a sink somewhere. I like almost forgot. Definitely gonna need like this like kitchen mat thingamajiggy.
Huh?
And I feel like adding like a log tray instead of just putting it on the platform, I think that looks super good. Now for like the stool, these metal stools. Okay, so the kitchen is done. Now let's work on the bathroom before I forget. I guess we can use like a modern door and like keep this like a backsplash. We're gonna need a counter, a toilet. I'm not gonna use a counter this time. I always use a counter with my bathrooms. I feel like a modern sink would look really good in here with this like industrial mirror. Hold on, I feel like y'all don't see the vision. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Then we can like add some soap to this paper towel dispenser right next to here. And, like in this corner we can add like a mirror so you can like check yourself out. Actually, we do need some toilet paper. I almost forgot. Wouldn't be the first time. Add like a little trash bin right next to here. We're definitely gonna need like a little bookshelf above the toilet here. And then we can add like a hanging plant right next to here. Maybe even a candle. I really feel like wall trims, like the wall paneling would look so good in here for some reason. Okay, I've decided. I'm so indecisive, I can't sometimes. Okay, speaking of like hanging plants, I also want there to be a few in the kitchen, even though that seems very like unsanitary, but I don't care. I feel like the bathroom is done. Now let's move on to the actual like dining area. Since I made this leveled already, I probably won't make a booth level because I actually want booths in this cafe instead of just like, what if we like on this side we can make like a wraparound booth? Although you'll be sitting here and see people walk in and out of the bathroom. But that's besides the point. I'm probably gonna copy this table from outside and just like resize the top here. Kind of do what I did with my Panera video and separate dining from like the registers. I low-key want to add like a poster board in this area right here. So I'm gonna grab a basic cube, flatten this, resize this perfectly. I'm gonna grab like a structural beam so I can add like some posters. And then lastly, we can place this carpet down for the entryway. A nice little coat rack right next to here. Honestly, we can like kind of copy these. I'm definitely gonna need like a pendant of some sort. The cafe is finally completed, so let's take a tour. Alright, so we have the exterior of my cafe with my very own logo. We have some outdoor dining. Drink your coffee outside. When you enter, to be honest, I feel like this cafe came out so nice. Booths on the inside here. And of course, here's the coffee bar where you can see some of the pastries that they have installed. And if you hop over, here's the registers. My custom fridge inside the counter that actually works. Like what? Of course, some more shelves with more coffee, different kinds of syrup, poster board that I made. And then of course, hop back over the counter. You can go to the bathroom, wash your hands, and check yourself out in the mirror. But yeah, this is my cafe. Definitely the vibe I was going for. I love how the beams also separate dining off a little bit. But yeah, it's facing the wrong direction. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bloxburg out.